I 22 years in the U.S. Air Force. I was a vehicle operator when I started. By the time I finished, I was a vehicle operator, warehouse, TMO, loaded airplanes, etc. When I retired in 2015, I actually did the form. I looked through my medical records to the best of my ability and identified things that I said, hey, this would be a problem. And I put that together. And with that alone, I got 70%. Oh, okay, not bad. And a lot of my buddies was like, man, you did convoy. You've actually been in the battlefield. You've been shot at and fired and all that stuff. You've been through that. You have, and not any like PTSD was not on my original one. So they kept saying do it. And then a part of me was like, no, I really want to do it because I know too many people, bad as it sound, that have misused the system. And I said, I don't want to be one of those people. So I'll be happy with my 70%. Kept going, kept going. So many people said just try. And then I saw this trajectory came across, I think, my Instagram. Like, let me just ask a few questions. So I asked a few questions and they said, well, we'll talk. And then I think it was my PTSD, got my knee injury, and my ankles. So they just said, well, hey, these are things that you're missing in this conversation. Because if you just say, hey, a bum blew out that I'm scared, then that's not going to really get anybody's attention. But you actually talk about what happened. So went through those guys and I started, I think it was February. It got closed in June and it moved from 70 to 90%. So that was a big help. Like, oh, okay, wow. So, and that's where I'm at now. I had a contract position out of Shaw and the last day of work was the 31st of May. That increase happened June, let's say June 15th. But because of that, and I think it was extra $550 a month, I got to spend, well, my wife's also in, I say that also. She was deployed to Germany, Ramstein. So I was out of work. My daughter was out of school. We ended up spending most of the summer with her in Ramstein because I'm like, you know what? I got this extra money. I don't have to work. So I just hang out with my wife. And I haven't worked since the 31st of May. And that extra did help out dramatically, yes. They work with me through the entire process on the grind all the time. When you pay attention, you can tell, oh, you don't really want to talk about that. Like, nope. They encourage me to keep talking about it so I can get the details, see how I would tell them, give you guys a call and at least give them an opportunity to listen to what they have to say. Even if they don't do anything for you, you would, because that was my expectation was, is there something to be found? If it is, yes, help me get there. If not, then I'll feel comfortable and I won't have to ask these questions in the future. So I think that part alone, just asking the questions and figure out where you are, that'll help, in my opinion.